Hey everybody, it's Chugga-Conroy. Welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we got here to the coastline of Mossdeep City, and in this episode, we're going to be checking out the town. It feels great letting the waves wash over my feet. Speaking of waves, you know the island city of Zootopolis? I think the gym there has a brand new leader come in. People tell me he's the new leader once mentored Wallace. Wallace was the gym leader in Zootopolis in Ruby and Sapphire, but apparently we have a new gym leader there. It's Kristen. I'm kind of busy, but I think I'd let you know that I've beaten 5 trainers again today. Keep the pace up, I could probably beat you next time. I think we'll be good rivals, you and I. Goodbye for now. Keep getting some people telling me they can't wait for Steve to call me on the Pokenav. Let's see, Whalmer is Whalmer watching. Seawild Whalmer, it's called Whalmer watching, okay. So, there's quite a few things that we can do here. There's some items around here. If I'm not mistaken, this guy right here says, I got this from Steven, but I don't know what it's good for. I think it's called the King's Rock. Do you want it? King's Rock is kind of an interesting item. If you have a Pokemon hold it, it can sometimes make the opponent, it increases the chance of making the opponent flinch. So it's a decent item, I guess. Not really the best item in the world, but it can do that. It also is a trait evolution item for Slowpoke and for Poliwhirl, but both of which are unobtainable in this game during the main adventure, so that kind of sucks. You're Tentacruel. It likes red Pokeblocks, doesn't it? Now, this guy will tell you what Pokeblock that your Pokemon likes, so he's kind of interesting. Rather, kind of helpful, I guess, if we wanted to participate in contests. Now, it's time for the Name Raider Show! I tell your Pokemon's fortune with the nickname you bestowed. Advice I have to give, and it's helpful advice that I offer. Today, I'll show a reading of Pandora of Emil's Pokemon Absol. This nickname is a nickname that will nurture the caring and compassionate side of Pokemon. If raised properly, this Pokemon will come to exhibit real warmth. As in, it has body heat. Supported by the A, it's supported by the P that gives it a solid sense of presence in its nickname. I must say that Pandora is a good nickname. This trainer will continue to treat Pandora with love. So, P, Presence, Pandora. Really? Yeah, they went there. So, down over... I believe it is... God, who gives... Is it this guy? Too much of a Lake of City, with so much to know why I floor with them, but Mossdeep has been targeted by that Team Magma. Want to know what you're up to, go visit the Space Center. Sounds like we should go check out whatever that is, though, because that could potentially be a problem. What do we got over here? All life needs is sea to live and makes itself on land. Life, yes, like the very shoreline here. Okay, so over here we have a netball. If you want to catch a water type or a bug type, which, believe me, there's a lot of water types for the rest of the game, this is a helpful item. So if you're looking to catch any water types, of course. Emil, feeling good, I'm doing great. I heard that Mossdeep's gym leader is pretty strong, so I came and decided to take a look-see for myself. But there's something wrong about this town. People are going on a warning letter in the Space Center. I don't know what it concerns me in any way, though. Jerk! I always knew this Hawaiian shirt wearers were up to no good. What do you got? Even though I can't see my friend in Fortree, my Pokemon carries mail back and forth for us. I'm not lonesome even though we're apart. So, this Wingull right here, if you remember, wait, her boyfriend, she just said it was her friend. He is not just a friend. She's got you fooled, buddy. But yeah. So that was actually what we set up back in Fortree. We were able to do that. Not really much of a side quest, though. It's kind of interesting. The rock is special meaning to the people of the Space Center. They put it here as they wish for the rockets to fly to safety. All right. Wish upon a star. Let's see here. Use a wish tag to make it happen. That's what I do. Those are popular in Japan, wish tags. It's a white rock. Now, having a white rock in each region has kind of become a staple of the series at this point. Like, it's pretty normal for them to have one. Sinnoh has one, and Professor Oak has actually talked about Kanto having one, even though it hasn't actually been seen in any game yet. This guy in here, if you talk to him, he'll give you the Super Rod, which is the best rod that you can use for fishing. But it doesn't really, I don't think it has any unique Pokemon to it. If I'm wrong about that, I'll put it on screen, though. But pretty much it's just the same Pokemon as the Good Rod, only a higher level, though. But, anyway, though, this white rock and the Space Center as a whole, there have been so many rumors that you can use this white rock to fight the legendary Pokemon Jirachi, who is normally only available through events. And there's been many rumors that you can blast off into space here at the Space Center and go fight a lot of rare legendary Pokemon normally available only through events. None of that is true at all. And I like how I can just walk up to the rocket and there's no, like, miles around it to make sure that, you know, people don't die. But none of that is true. I've gotten messages telling me, you know, if I'm aware, asking me if I'm aware of that, but that is not true at all. Emil, have you read the proclamation already? Team Magma's coming after the rocket fuel on this island. I don't know what they need it for, but I can't be allowed to take it. I'll keep an eye on things for a little while longer. In the meantime, why don't you go check out the town? This letter, I have always thought, is the most unthreatening letter I have ever read from a threat for a terrorist attack. This is an intent to steal notice. To the staff of the Space Center, how are you? We are doing fine. We will soon visit you to take your rocket fuel. Please don't try to stop us. We will take the fuel no matter what. Let there be more land. Team Magma. I guess if you read it in Maxie's voice, it'd be kind of funny, though. But let's see, rocket launch, 1% margin of error. Even if 99% okay, the whole thing is useless. 1% happens to be no good. Despite that, we never stop trying. Why? Because the dream never ends. This guy will say this is launch successful launch number 7. They will launch a rocket once a week. If only our space program was this active. Even though manned missions into space are kind of not really that important now because sending robots is a lot cheaper. But this guy doesn't serve any purpose. You can't actually see the rocket launching. There's nothing like that at all. All that it exists for is that they do it once a week, and it's to tell you how many weeks it's been since your save file was created. That's really all it serves to do, though, so there's nothing really special about this place at all. I wish, what? I wish ordinary people would go into space one day. There actually have been commercial space flights since then. I actually met a guy who was in one. It was kind of cool, though, but I believe... Okay, watch me the very last guy I talked to. Now, I know that there is a guy in here who gives you an item. Ah, here we go. He says he was taking a stroll down the beach, and he gives us a sunstone. Of course, another evolutionary stone. It can be used to evolve Gloom into Blossom, as well as Sunkern into Sunflora. But of course, they are not available during the main story. So, another kind of weird item, though. I guess they're kind of foreshadowing other Pokemon that existed in other games, though. But for the time being, we don't really have much of a use for these items. But anyway, I want to go ahead and heal up really quick, and after I've done that, I want to go check out the gym. Alright, here we go. Now, just letting you know. Get out of my way! Jeez, that guy would not get away. Okay. So, what I want to do now is, I think I'm going to switch Pandora up to the front, and Kappa will be the backup. This is a Psychic Gym, though, so having Pandora is going to be awesome because I'm immune to Psychic moves, and I do a lot of physical damage, which, of course, is what they are weak to. Yo, how's it going, Champion Bounty Mail? The gym leaders here. Gym leaders use Psychic-type Pokemon. If you go up against them with Fighting or Poison-type, they'll inflict horrible damage. Plus, they come at you with outstanding combination attacks. If you want to win, you'll need to show it tightly or with Pokemon. Go for it. So, this right here, this area is a teleportation pad puzzle, even though we've already seen one of these. And on top of that, everybody's on these little turnstiles. If we do this, check it out. They both see us at the same time. I know, it's a trap. It's kind of stupid, though, but... In Ruby and Sapphire, this gym was completely different. It was a sliding tile puzzle, and you just like had to go around in sliding tiles. In all honesty, despite the fact that I don't really like the sliding tile puzzles like in Giovanni's gym and the rocket bases from the original game, I kind of like that idea better. I like how this gym looks more, but I kind of like the puzzle better in the other one. I just kind of found it more enjoyable, oddly, even though I don't typically like those. We'll go ahead and just do Fake Out on Kadabra because it's the bigger threat of the two. And that does that. It flinched. And I'm going to bite Curlia. I hope that's enough. No, it wasn't. No surprise there, though, because it's a special attack, though. But hey, they both flinched. I like how this is going. I'm going to go and use Surf, and it's doing Future Sight. I doubt it'll live 2 more turns. Future Sight is a pretty good psychic attack. Well, it would be if it didn't have the effect it has. You do nothing the turn that you use it, and then 2 turns later, it does damage for 100 HP damage, 100 power of psychic type damage. So it's kind of a delayed attack. It's more powerful than psychic though, but I don't know. It just never really struck me as being a really good move. What's kind of cool though is that it'll work even if you faint though, so it can work later in the battle even if you think you're gonna go down. So I don't know. I just always kind of figured that it'd be better off just using a regular attack in that case if I thought I was gonna go down that turn. Now, I think I'm going to keep doing double battles myself, though, because, I mean, we have to hit that to be able to do it, though, so I'd be fighting with it. Roar! Sometimes I'm out of sync? What? I see it. I see your future. If you can beat me, I'll tell you your future. Okay. So it sounds like we have a benefit to taking this girl down. And I like how they are playing mind balls. I don't know. So here we have Girafarig and Satu. A lot of people were kind of complaining that I didn't mention the cool little tidbit about Girafarig, though, that it's the same forwards as it is backwards, because Girafarig spelled backwards is Girafarig. But, you know, I thought that was kind of obvious, though. But I guess some people wanted me to mention it for whatever reason. I think Exatu is more of a threat. I'm never going to let that go. I'm just going to keep making fun of myself for that, because I'm like, Will's going to start off with an Exatu. It's just, I can't believe I did that. So the only attack that's getting used here is Outer Sooth. Can somebody do damage to me? Please? I know it sounds kind of stupid that I'm asking for damage, though, but would be kind of nice. And you're doing Future Sight as well. Okay. Gonna use Pandora's Bite. The Pandorian Bite. Like I said, I know that it's a special. Like, and you're doing Agility. Okay. This is really odd how we're just not getting anywhere in these battles. Like, well, rather, I'm getting somewhere. They aren't. And how did you guys live? Are your special defenses really that good? Maybe Kappa's just kind of fallen behind, though, because it's, you know, not necessarily the best. Hey, somebody actually used a move, and it did pretty decent damage. And Nightshade. That's going to do 36 HP of damage, which I could probably check that if I just hit start next time I... Well, actually, no, I'm not going to get to do that in this battle, though, because I'm going to beat them. So it looks like they finally did damage, and I grew to level 36. And now I can't check that because my HP has actually gone up, so I'll just pretend like it was right. I'm right! Combat skills are out of sync, too. I surrender. Okay. Now that we're done with that, we head over here. We have two choices. Let's go to the left one first. And yeah, why not? If I'm not mistaken, you gotta fight these guys eventually, though, just because the way they put these together. Let me see your talent. Ho ho ho! You need me to show you how tenacious Psychic type can be. So we have yet another battle. Like I said, lots of double battles in this location, and if you've ever played Coliseum, you're just as sick of double battles as I am. I have been double battled out for life. Not that I think Coliseum's a bad game. I actually think it's pretty underrated. But yeah, I'm pretty much double battled out for life because of that game. Because, my god, Magic Coat. That is a move that, for the longest time, I had no clue what it did. And to this day, I can never remember off the top of my head what it does. I'll put on screen what it does, but I never can remember what that move does, though, because I never notice it having any kind of effect on the battle. It's really... Oh, no, I didn't mean to... No. Didn't mean to use Fake Out, because it's not going to work. Jeez. Not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I don't know. It just sounded kind of funny to me. It's like, it's going to rhyme. And Pandora is trying to learn Slash. Okay. We got a good physical attack there on Pandora. I'm going to get rid of Quick Attack for that, because Slash has 70 power and a high chance of critical hits, though. So with Pandora's really, really high physical attack stat, that's going to do a lot. 130 attack. Not quite as good as Slacking, but hey. Slacking is just an amazing Pokemon in every single stat, though. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of funny how it's faster than Vigoroth, despite the fact that it gets to become so overweight. And... Yep, they're going to force us to do this. Actually, I don't think they'll force... Well, I guess if you press the switch 2 more times, yeah, they will, though, because you have to hit that switch 2 more times to free up that teleporter on the other side of the screen, though. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and skip this battle just because of how many I've shown. And now that we got that out of the way, we can hit this again. We can hit that again. And now we are able to walk through here, but not before having to hit this a few more times so that we can free open the path for us to walk through. So as you can see here, with how much they make you hit these switches and how often the trainers face you from the ways that they force you to hit these switches, yeah, you pretty much have to fight all the trainers in here. I'm pretty sure there's like 1 or 2 that you could skip, though. But in all honesty, I'm to the point where I would just kind of rather fight them. Here is a dick move. They force you, though, because like if you walk back, you'll end up just, you know, stepping on the teleporter again and leaving the room. We're going to switch Altair out to the front. So, in case you haven't guessed by now, this gym is Psychic type, which means that we are at a pretty big advantage. Roar! Why do all the Psychics roar? I thought they were, like, all peaceful and meditation-like, though, but instead they're just like, roar! I ate a pull of nails for breakfast, honey milk, and we got a Wobbuffet. Wonderful. You know, speaking of Wobbuffet, man, this is actually Altair's first battle as an Altaria, but speaking of Wobbuffet, every LP, the same thing happens. I always get people that call me out for calling Wobbuffet useless, when I don't call it useless at all. All I say is that it's amazing for multiplayer, but it's not nearly as good for single player, because predicting AI is really, really irregular. That's all I say. I have never said Wobbuffet is useless, because I will fully admit it's not. And the odd thing is, I found it really odd this LP because I said that in multiplayer, Wobbuffet is so good that he was banned for a while. Like, he was tournament banned for a while. Like, it was a combination of him being too good and the fact that a battle could be hung forever, though, because two Wobbuffets meeting on the field of battle, they'd get stuck. Because the ability Shadow Tag that they have makes it so that you can't switch out or run away. So, as a result, Wobbuffet, if two Wobbuffets met in the field of battle, they'd be stuck together with their abilities, and yeah, you'd basically be screwed though. However, in Diamond and Pearl, they fixed this by making it so if two Pokemon meet in the field of battle with either Shadow Tag or Arena Trap, then both Pokemon are now allowed to switch. And, I didn't know Destiny Bond worked on both Pokemon. It failed! You fail! You know what? Oh, why not? I'll just attack. I'm gonna go heal soon anyway. We're like 2 battles away from fighting every trainer in this gym, and I'm gonna go heal before the gym leader. So you know what? Even if Destiny Bond works, yeah, it did. I am about to go heal anyway, so. Besides, I kind of care more about leveling up Pandora, as mean as that sounds, but I kind of care more about leveling up Pandora. I'm kind of wondering if I should teach Pandora Shadow Ball before this fight, before the gym leader battle, though, just because it'd be good to have. Now, let me see here. So, another trainer battle here. And Pandora and a cool tent both grew to levels 36 and 37. Or, they didn't both grow to those levels, because you can't be 2 levels at once, though, so that kind of doesn't really make any sense, though. But I'm going to go ahead and head down here, and when we head down here, we have this green switch. That will change that so that we can walk through there, and on the other side of that teleporter, there is the gym leader battle. Who will we be taking on in the next episode? Alright, so next time on Pokemon Emerald, we are going to be taking on the gym leader battle of Mossdeep City. See you guys then.